The Northeast is home to some of the most inspiring and influential people of our time. From Sam Fender to Ant and Dec, a wide variety of talent has come from this amazing city. Today, we're going to explore the lives and challenges of local influencers who are just starting their social media careers. Jodie Scran is a popular content creator who regularly uploads pictures and videos of her going to local restaurants and trying the food. Since she began her page, she's gained 22.1 thousand followers on Instagram. She recently started a podcast on Spotify called Food for Thought. Today we spoke to her to find out more about her life as an influencer in Newcastle. What is it like being an influencer in Newcastle?
It's funny, I actually hate the term influencer. I used to work in fashion, and to me influencers were like people who did clothing adverts and these really beautiful people, but fly enough to Dubai and whatever. But one good thing about the community in Newcastle is all of the friends that I've made. Like, there's not necessarily any rivalry between anyone. Everyone really gets on. We go on nights out, we go on weekends away, and Newcastle has such an awesome scene, and I think it's very fitting that one of the friendliest cities on earth has one of the most friendly influencer scenes.
Is it difficult working in social media?
Social media certainly has its struggles. There's that constantly being on feeling 24/7, needing to be on the go, needing to see what's trending, needing to be up with the current stuff, especially when you're growing. Like when you're growing an account, you have to be like really on it all the time. I think part of it as well is that a lot of people have this negative perception of what social media is, and it's kind of trying to break that stigma. Like I say, like I've made loads of friends and a great community out there, and it's helped me in other aspects of my life.
Did you ever expect to become so popular?
So first starting out, I was a fashion photographer, videographer for a Newcastle women's fashion retailer, online fashion retailer, who had a very strong social media presence. And although I was just a photographer and videographer, I used to create a lot of content for like their social platforms and stuff. So I've always had like an interest. I've always been had that mindset. Then I was in live stream producing over lockdown, which was obviously heavily social media focused, a lot of community building and stuff. And then I must have started my food page back in 2018. So yeah, it'll be 5 years this year. All started with just posting a picture of my breakfast one day, and a load of people liking and sharing it. And so I set up a separate account, didn't stop posting food on my personal one, and just thought, this is just a bit of fun, really.
Are there any benefits or rewards to becoming a content creator?
I think the one main benefit to all of it has been the people I've met and the friends that I've made. That far outweighs anything monetary or any freebie that I could ever get.
Spoke to Lamin, who owns the fashion company Jerry J Clothing.
My name is Lamin Jiba. I am from the Gambia, West Africa. I am a former student of Newcastle Gayset College, and I am currently doing my degree at Newcastle College University, studying fashion retail and enterprise.
So, what would you say your biggest achievement is so far?
My biggest achievement so far, because my background is TV and film and fashion retail as well. So I have my own clothing brand called Jerry J Clothing. 2019 I won the Enterprising Person of the Year for the Princess Trust for the whole of the Northeast. So far I will say that's like my biggest achievement so far.
And what is the hardest thing that you've had to face, and how did you combat it?
So, being a brand owner, I would say like one of the hardest things I've faced so far was when I first went into manufacturing some clothes for my brand. They came up all in like small sizes instead of the actual sizes. So let's say, for example, small was like super small, medium was like not medium, large was like, so I've spent a lot of money in that, and I have to like give away all those clothes as in to influencers and stuff, because I cannot sell them because of the sizing. And how I overcome that is, instead of just like producing a lot of clothes, what I actually did is like having samples after samples until when I'm fully satisfied with the clothes, then I will start making big orders.
And who would you say that your biggest influences are?
The people, what I would say my biggest influences are, even though he's very controversial, is Kanye West, like Yeezy, because for her, like her taste for fashion, and I would say he's like one of my biggest inspiration when it comes to like fashion and stuff. His personal life is his personal life, but when it comes to his creativity and like his vision, his mindset, because I've watched like a whole documentary about him. Sounds like he has a lot of issues in his life, but he's always have like a very creative vision, and I love that about him. I would say he's one of like my influence when he.
Now that we've spoken to some rising influencers from the local area, we now have a greater insight into their lives and just what it takes to be an influencer in Newcastle.